Hi everyone! Today we're talking about my July favorites, and I'm going to kick this off with probably, I've mentioned this so many times before, but I'm mentioning it just because it is probably the easiest eye look that I create throughout the summer, and it involves the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. I can't get enough of these. I've been obsessed with them for quite a few years now, and they're just one of the easiest things to apply on my eyes during the summer when it's going to be hot and sweaty outside and I really don't want to spend that much time actually doing my eye makeup, especially with liquid liner, because then I find I end up like rubbing my eyes and then the liner goes everywhere. Anyway, my point is that if you're using glitter on the eyes, it's a very easy eye look. There are three colors that I've been using a ton and I wanted to talk about those. The first one is called Gypsy, and my understanding is that the word gypsy is potentially a slur, so I don't want to repeat myself too much on this color, but it is a beautiful shade. This one is kind of, I always want to call it like a mirror ball color because I feel like I saw a shadow once that was called mirror ball that was these colors, but it's like a purple with blue and silver edges to it. It's really neat. It's completely transformative, and this is really fun to use with like a purple outer corner shadow. Love that one. And then I've got a staple here. This is Kitten Karma. This is basically just a champagne color with some silver glitter in it. It is beautiful and one of the easiest colors to just slap on and go with. And then the other one I've really been obsessed with recently is Gold Goddess, because it's the gold in the collection, and I've been wearing a lot of yellow eyeshadow looks lately, and I've just been putting this all over the lid, and I've been completely entranced by using this gold glitter with yellow eyeshadows. I just think it's the prettiest look ever. One thing I want to mention about these though is that they have a tendency to dry out around the 1 year mark, but do not throw them out. There is no point wasting your money by just chucking them in the bin if they've dried out. You can actually revive these with some MAC Fix Plus. Just spray a little bit inside and it kind of reliquefies the product. I do find though that if the product has completely dried out, the Fix Plus will bring it back once, but I'll have to spray it again the next time I want to use it. I'm not bothered by that. I'm just happy that I'm getting my full use out of these because they're not cheap. They're like, what, 31 Canadian? So if I can revive these with Fix Plus as opposed to just throwing them out, I am happy about that. I did throw out, which one was, I think it was Rose Gold Retro before one of my friends on Instagram, Agata, told me about the Fix Plus trick, and I have been reviving these with Fix Plus since she told me that. So I'm really happy that she told me about that trick because I did not want to throw these out because they're pricey. My most used lipstick this past month has definitely been the Bite Beauty, what are you called? Bite of Atlanta Amuse Bouche lipstick. This was part of their road trip collection that just came out a few months ago now, and this is such a beautiful peach pink shade. It's a really easy to wear color, really. Looking at it, there's nothing that special about the color, but I found it incredibly flattering on my lips. It just seems to match a lot of warmer yellow toned eyeshadow looks that I've been doing recently, and I've really enjoyed wearing it because it's just a simple color. It's just a simple, easy to wear summer color, and I just find myself gravitating back towards it so many times this past month. I've probably worn this at least twice a week throughout the entirety of July, and I did actually bring it with me on a road trip to upstate New York that I went on with my friend Julie. So I felt cute because I was bringing like a road trip lipstick along with me on an actual road trip. Although funnily enough, they did have a road trip lipstick, a New York one. I probably should have brought that one because it was upstate New York, but it was a bright red color and I really just wanted something easy to wear, and the Bite of ATL lipstick is that easy to wear color for me. I did do a video on the whole road trip collection, which I will link to down below in case you're interested in seeing all of the shades. My next favorite was a gift from Dominica, whom I met in England when I was there, it was 2 months ago now. Man, time flies. It was back in May. She gave me this Makeup Revolution Blushing Hearts Triple Baked Blusher. Blusher? Okay, I've been using this as a highlighter. It's called Iced Hearts. There is no way that this is a blush on me. This is definitely a highlighter. The color is just beautiful. It's soft, it's shimmery, but there's a hint of warmth to it, and it just goes so nicely on my cheeks. And I swear Dominica did say that she used it as a highlighter. So I think that's why it kind of got stuck in my head. Oh, it's just so nice. It's a champagne pink color. You're not gonna be able to see it from there, but I'll insert some close-ups. And it's just gorgeous. I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. It's a beautiful highlighter, And because you've got different strips of color in here, you can kind of cater towards whatever eye look you're wearing. I did find I was sticking more towards the champagne pink part up here, but even all together, it's a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. And I feel like it works really well on my skin tone right now because I am a little bit deeper with some of the summer color that I get from the sun. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And I think she was saying that this was one of her favorite highlighters, so I'm glad that I like it as well. I didn't realize I was in love with so many highlighters this past month, and I'm almost not looking forward to mentioning this palette because you can't get your hands on it anymore, but I know there are people out there who still have this in their collection, so you could pull it out. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit that was in collaboration with Nicole Guerriero. I love this thing so much. I've told this story a few times, but I didn't actually buy it myself when it first launched. I borrowed it from my friend Julie in order to do a review on it because I liked all the glow kits and I wanted to showcase it on my blog. But I didn't think I needed it. And then when I didn't have it anymore and then it was no longer available on Sephora's website, I realized how much I actually needed it in my life. And Julie was recently decluttering her makeup collection and she handed this to me and I jumped for joy. I was so excited and I've been using this constantly ever since. The shades in here, I don't know, they just all of them suit me so well. I haven't been using the white so much, that's more of a winter color for me, but all the rest of them are so beautiful throughout the summer. They are very reflective, they're quite shimmery, and there is some glitter chunks in here, but I don't care because I like glitter all over my face anyway. And I am just so entranced with this palette. And it makes me so sad that this was limited edition. This was put out during the era where I feel like so many of the glow kits were launched only for a very small amount of time and they yanked them from the shelves and they never brought them back out again, which makes me so sad. But I have my hands on this one and I've been playing with it so much. I love this dearly. This is one of my favorite highlighting palettes in my entire collection. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is something that just surprised me recently. I went to a Quo event to promote their brush launch. They have just put out, I think it's 50 new brushes that are now available at Shoppers Drug Mart. And when we were leaving, they handed us a bag of goodies and this was in there and I kind of thought nothing of it until I actually tried it and then I was like, okay, you're amazing. So this is the Quo Waterless Brush Cleanser. It's a rapid dry formula and what you're supposed to do is spray your dirty brush that you're in the midst of using, wipe it off on like a piece of tissue or something, and then your brush is basically clean. I didn't really think that this was going to work because I was like, come on, like, sure, you might be able to clean the brush, but you're still gonna be pretty wet afterwards and I'm not gonna be able to put it back into a shadow. Well, lo and behold, this stuff does dry relatively quickly. I do find it dries much quicker on synthetic brushes though than on like real hair brushes, so keep that in mind. But I was able to clean off some of my dirty brushes, which are long overdue a clean, in like seconds with this cleanser, and I was just so impressed. Of course, now it's going to make me put off washing my brushes even longer, which is not a good thing, but in a pinch, this will really work. Because I didn't honestly find that the color switch thing, you know, the little round tin with like basically a piece of fuzz or filter or something in there, I don't find the color switch works for me at all. I had no luck with that. I found it worked better if I just rubbed my brush off on a piece of paper towel. But this will actually get all of the actual product out of your brush, and I am so happy about that because when you play with a lot of bright, vibrant eyeshadow colors, if you're not regularly cleaning your brushes, you can get some really muddy looking eye looks when you mix like a yellow with a purple by accident because it's just like stuck in the bristles of the brush. So I've been really happy about using this, and it actually smells really nice. It smells like vanilla. Oh, that's a good scent. It's a thick vanilla scent. It's quite heavy, but it smells really good when you're spraying it on your brushes. So super impressed with this. You can get it at Shoppers Drug Mart right now, and I think I will always keep this in stock just because it's so handy to have on hand. So that is it for my favorites for the month of July. That is everything that I've been loving tremendously throughout the month. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.